Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome to Restless Barbarian Gaming. My name's Tom, and tonight we are starting something new. We're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons, and tonight's going to be a session 0, run by our own mouse. It's the first time running the game, so we're going to go ahead and get started with that. This week we do have another vampire game coming up on Thursday night, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to turn it over to our DM, and I'm going to shut up for a little bit.
Hey everybody! So yep, this is an adventure in DMing for me. I have been gaming for I don't know since I was 15, but I have never DM'd. So I am pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and I have a very friendly group to help me. Yeah, we're going to be playing using D&D 5e 2014, I think, mechanics. But we're going to be set in the Magic the Gathering Zendikar plane for our setting. And I actually did that kind of on purpose because I don't know a ton about the setting, but neither do any of the players. So that way I don't run into a situation as the DM where everybody knows way more about the world than I do.
Well, actually,
right? Nobody can actually me the whole time, right? But if there are any huge Magic the Gathering fans, please don't be offended, because I might veer off from canon because I don't know what the canon is. So, but yeah, that's what we're using as our setting. Yeah, so this session 0, I'm hoping we've got a couple hours, so I'm going to try to get through like the first 30 minutes or so. I have like a list of things just introducing everyone to the setting and the premise, and then want to cover just like some basic like expectations and rules and then we'll spend the rest of the time. I know some people have already made characters, but so it'll probably be a little chaotic tonight of jumping around between helping people make characters, or if they already have characters made, helping them flavor them so that they fit in the Zendikar universe well, or figuring out if there's any established relationships between characters and that piece. So yeah, that's kind of what we have going on tonight. And we're going to just have I think next Monday will be the one shot. So the first session is we're just having it as a one shot, and then we're going to see who is interested and available, maybe wants to actually schedule it as a regular campaign for 2026 at some point. And yeah, so
cool.
Tom, did you just play applause music? That's so cute.
What's that
I
weird
did.
static?
I did. I'm obnoxious. I play little sound effects and stuff during the game.
That's really sweet. So yeah, so all right. Is everybody good? Do we want to jump into a little just sort of campaign setting? Give you guys. All right. So I'm gonna go over to Roll20. And can everyone see the map?
Whoa, yeah.
I made you a Roll20 account while you're on the phone.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Whoa,
So here's our map.
beautiful.
I did give credit up here. This is not a part of the map, but this is credit to the lovely person who created the map, which I then just made a tiny little edit on. So, but this is the world that we will be playing in. This is Zendikar. And I'm gonna just talk a little bit here. And I'm trying to be careful to like not give you more information than you would know as characters, right? So, basically, Zendikar, has this massively long history that goes back like 6,000 years or whatever. or actually even further, I think it's like 10,000 years ago, there was like there's legends about like some sort of civilization of titans, and there was some sort of cataclysmic event that toppled their civilization, and there was rebellions by slave races, one of which the goblins actually were one of, and there are other civilizations that have been here on Zendikar. You'll know them as the core, humans, merfolk, and elves and vampires. So in this one shot at least, and potentially the campaign that may come, everyone is playing goblins. And the idea, or I guess the story I was looking to have players help me tell, right, is this sort of idea of you have like this massive world, all these other like advanced civilizations, there's like all these magical secrets, there's ruins of all these different civilizations all over, and you're just these little guys. You're just these little goblins, in this, this huge, complicated world, trying to just survive and kind of make it, without really necessarily understanding a lot of like all the history and a lot of the big stuff that's going on, or that's what's brought you here. And one of the really unique things about Zendikar is this thing that they call the Royal, which will be a mechanic in the game, and it'll basically play out kind of as like a random weather or geological event thing. But it's basically, from your perspective, as far as you know, it's just this natural phenomena known as the Royal, which causes like violent and erratic changes in the terrain. You can get earthquakes, you can get extreme weather, you can get boulders or shards of rock just like erupting. If you're out in the ocean, you can get whirlpools. Like, so it's for you, it's just how things have always been. It's just this component of living in Zendikar that you have to figure out how to survive around. It does mean that a lot of the cultures are nomadic, or used to having to rebuild a lot, or like it kind of keeps like any major cities from from any giant cities from just growing, because they're constantly being disrupted. So in terms of the goblins, I have actually homebrewed the goblin race in this game. So I wanted cuter, more fun, less evil goblins. So I took the 3 original tribes that are in the Wizard of the Coast's official Zendikar plane shift adaptation, and I created 3 new ones. So there's 6 total tribes that you get to pick from, that you would be a part of. And I think part of the idea is that each of the tribes are sort of really good at some things and then maybe not so great at other things, and it's sort of spawned like these tribal connections like around the world, that they all these different tribes stay connected and kind of work together to help them survive, again, because they're like the little guys in this like big, this great big plane. So each of the characters will be picking which tribe they're from. Each tribe has a special feature, and yeah, so that's kind of just the overall. This is the setting we're going to be playing in, and that's the only restriction really, is that you're playing a goblin. As long as it's a class that makes sense and that we can, flavor to make sense in the universe, it's fine. There's no class restriction. So, yeah. Any questions on that kind of high level bit?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Okay. So, got a little bit here at the end about how so you have all these 6 different tribes. They're scattered geographically around Zendikar, and they've had to find ways to govern themselves. And I apologize in advance if there are any folks from Iceland or experts on Icelandic Viking history. I'm probably not watching, but just in case, this is totally lifted. This is totally lifted from how they govern themselves. Basically, each of the tribes, have these like regular little local gatherings that are called Whatsits. And each tribe has sort of a chosen leader or representative called a Gobi. And they'll meet locally, however often. I think it depends on the geographic area that they live in and how scattered they are or how centralized they are, I think, in terms of how often they meet. But just to deal with like conflicts or discuss events or concerns or, make new or amend old tribal agreements and laws. And then also just, there's feasting, there's drinking, there's gaming, all sorts of tomfoolery, shenanigans. And then once a year, all the tribes select their Gobi representative, and they send them to a central location called Hlatur on the Skaga Peninsula. And
Center of the map.
yeah, we'll look at because I have this up right now, but
Right on here.
it's we'll zoom in on that in a minute. And basically for the annual gathering called the whole What's It. So it's like all the tribes are there, everyone's represented, and that's where they really start talking. They talk about more like cross-tribal negotiations and infractions that need to be dealt with, or deals that are going to be made, or who needs help with what, or and basically, and again, still more feasting and drinking and gaming and tomfoolery and shenanigans. So they have it. And it is, I'm going to close this for a second. So we'll zoom in. So it's sort of centralized right here on the Skaga Peninsula. You'll see this little dot here is where Hlatur is located.
Can you ping that? Because you zooming doesn't do anything for us.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I didn't know that. There you go. Can you see that?
Hey,
Yeah.
If you zoom into the center of the map.
Yes, everyone has to zoom their own view.
What?
Okay. Right, so that's where Hlatur is, and it's this really interesting. So, as part of the royal, right? At some point, this massive boulder was lifted up and then landed, and so they effectively call it the Gathering Boulder, loosely named after the Vikings' Law Rock. This is the Gathering Boulder, and you can see. And then they built the settlement up around the Gathering Boulder. So, so basically, what the one shot is going to be is all of the different characters will be traveling to Hlatur for the annual whole What's It that year. They'll be accompanying their tribe's Gobi. As a part of the contingent that helps the Gobi get there safely, basically, and takes care of the Gobi. So you could be you could have willingly volunteered, or you could have been voluntold that you're going. And your role as a part of that group could be a scout. It could be, a translator. Well, not really, because you all speak Goblins, so they don't really need translators. But you could be a cook. You could be, just there for muscle. You could, So there's various, what role, why you were chosen to be a part of the contingent. Is up to you, or whatever fits for your character. That's the primary option, but there's also the other alternative is you could actually be a resident of Hlatur year-round. So the settlement has, each tribe actually sends a contingent of soldiers to Hlatur to keep it safe year-round and to make sure it's ready for the next the next whole what's it. And sometimes again you get sent there because you volunteered, or because maybe you're sent there as like a punishment. Whatever. But basically, yeah. So you could be in Holotour as somebody as a part of your tribe's like soldier contingent that's stationed at Holotour year round. There's also a large stonemasons guild in Holotour, because there's lots of, we'll get into that later, but there's a lot of stone work that needs to be done, both to keep the settlement maintained, and other projects. So there, you could be a member of the Stonemasons Guild, or there's just generally a town, a settlement. There are people there to help support the soldiers and the Stonemasons Guild. So there's a tavern and an inn. There's a general store. There's a carpentry, there's a armorer, there's a smith, so there's various things. So you could also just be a resident of Holotour year round. That's totally an option. So that's sort of like the premise for why your characters are going to be there. And and the one shot will basically just focus on like, it'll start with like you have arrived or you were already there on like the day before the whole what's it, and then that's the one shot's going to be sort of what happens.
Yeah, awesome.
During the whole what's it.
Cool.
So yeah, I think that's the setting and the premise for the whole thing. And then I have some general like table expectations and like house rules stuff. I don't know if we want to go over that first, or if we would rather dive into character stuff and then circle back around to that. So what would you guys prefer?
I have a rough outline of kind of like what I think I'm thinking for my character. So if we wanted to jump into like the world stuff, then I would be down for that. But if anybody else wants to start with character, I'm good either way.
Do character stuff first. We'll get to the boring stuff later.
Yeah, I agree.
I eat my ice cream first.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I just want to make sure, like, because I'm trying to look and see if I think anything about what I was going to cover would affect your character creation. That's the only thing.
If it does, then we'll interleave stuff, right?
Okay.
Always pause and talk about encumbrance rules or whatever.
Okay.
All the important roles.
Yeah.
Right?
Encumbrance.
Yeah, I would think the only ones would be, that we did talk about, which might come up, would be like party cohesion and like alignment and that sort of stuff. So we can figure that out as we go. But it's definitely meant to be a lighthearted campaign. I would ask, that no one's creating characters that are overtly evil, or at least not with respect to like the party cohesion, right? Like you're not.
Right. If you're gonna do a serial killer, it's got to be like Dexter.
You gotta have some rules for why you still want, you're loyal and willing to, unless people just want like a really tension heavy game, but I don't generally.
For a one shot, I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing that as a longer thing, but it's hard to get into for a one shot.
Doesn't everybody want to come and watch us all have inter-party tension for
Yeah.
Right, for 2 hours, and then it's like, okay, now we start. What happened?
So
Everybody
Look how
dies.
cute these goblins are. You can't,
So my character was here to kill the Gobi, but so I guess that's off the table.
Well, the Gobi's not part of the party, so.
Just kidding.
And as the Gobi's bodyguard, I might take a bit of offense to that.
Yeah, that might cause some issues, but yeah. Anyway, all right. So we'll come back. We'll circle back to some of that stuff, and we'll just jump into character creation. And I know, we're at various stages. Like Tom and Q already have their characters in Roll20 and everything. They're sort of, I think, at this point more focused on like backstory or like whether they know each other and that kind of stuff, because they're actually both from the same tribe.
Oh, cute.
And then I know
No, it's not cute.
Juno and Sid have characters created, but they're not in Roll20 yet. And then Casey, I don't know where you're at all.
Where I'm at in terms of character creation,
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay. Well, cool.
I'm
We'll
reading
see
through
what
the
we
cards.
have. Yeah. And then maybe we'll have a hole that needs filled, or.
Do you want Tom and I to describe our characters first or last?
Why don't you guys go first, since you have yours the most fully developed so far? How's that? And then we'll go from there.
That makes sense.
Tom, you want to go first?
Yeah. I'm playing Agba. Her nickname is the Spider. Right now, she's an assassin rogue, but I'm thinking I ought to change that. It's a little heavy for this campaign. So I'm trying to look on the character sheet where I changed that. Like, I know it's like a subclass or whatever.
Oh, that would be, remember that little box that we were talking about up at the top that has class and level? When you mouse over it, a little gear will pop up in the upper right-hand corner of that box. Click on that, and it'll change to an input. Then you can change the subclass.
Okay, all right.
But
It won't have any effect on the character sheet and how it functions, but it's more for your record keeping.
Okay.
But the subclasses have different special abilities and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So
yeah, I don't think it'll like automatically change the special abilities that are loaded into your features and traits box, but you can add those manually.
Okay, I think I may change that, but I don't want to like hold anybody else up. I may just kind of keep tinkering with that on the side.
Yeah.
I may make her more of like a thief, kind of something like that. So
right. And hey, useful assassins. I mean, as a member of the Secret Service, perhaps, like if you were also a bodyguard, being an assassin is useful because you get to sneak around and attack things. So just because it's an assassin subclass doesn't mean you're naughty.
Yeah, I'm just asking. Yeah, I'm just asking that people like be loyal to the party.
I wasn't gonna.
But no, there's no reason you still couldn't be an assassin. Yeah. Like,
all right. Then maybe for the moment I'll just leave her alone.
You can.
Okay, I just didn't want to make something that was going to be wildly different. So
It sounds like Q has an idea for like some sort of secret service in the Tuk Tuk tribe. So I will say, that both Q and Tom are playing goblins from the Tuk Tuk tribe, which I don't know if you guys can see the handout here. I brought up the this is the page on the Tuk Tuks. They're from Marasa, which is a landmass all the way at the south of the map, and they tend to be They tend to like work as guides. You find a lot of rogues, a lot of rangers. Although Q's playing a sorcerer, but that also makes sense because, they're a little more wild. They're a little more.
She's a bit rough around the edges. We'll just put it that way. So, okay, that's all I've really got for the moment. So,
okay. As Mouse mentioned, I'm playing a sorcerer, specifically the homebrew that she found somewhere on the web, the Royal Mage. Bloodline, power line. I forget how he calls the sorcerer. So I get my power from the Royal. So it's kind of like a wild magic sorcerer. She must let me create a homebrew background of Secret Service. So he is a part of the Tuk Tuk Secret Service. He is the bodyguard for the Gobi there to make sure that Gobi gets there and back safely, or at least try to. So he's a sorcerer, but also has a little bit of training in just being a general bodyguard and not being noticed kind of thing.
Cool. Super cool.
That's why he's there. So I don't know if you guys care to do we want to share like personality traits and stuff offhand, or do we want to try to just convey that, or just skip them?
Maybe do that more on later down the road.
All right. Yeah.
So it
So
sounds
that's what
like
we're doing
mainly
there.
what you and Tom maybe need to do is, yeah, sort of back in the background, like work out your relationship and how you want to play that, since you are both from the same tribe.
I had a feeling Agba's more the get her hands dirty type, while Nubbin maybe more the in charge. So
I see him more of as the the guy who just sort of stands back behind the Gobi and tries to blend in, but just has eyes on everyone. Like his flaw is that he's suspicious of strangers. And expects the worst from everyone. So the one who's always just glaring at everybody.
my flaw is I turn tail and run when things look bad. So
Right.
You just look and she runs.
yeah, exactly. Not really a very good bodyguard, but
Yeah. So
Good
he's
flaw for this though.
Nubbin specced out with like proficiency and stealth and perception and insight, and arcana as a sorcerer, so that kind of built to be the pay attention, spot things. Not so much take charge, but I guess he would if if there was an attack or the Gobi was in danger, he would probably like grab the Gobi and be like, "Come," and do a Olympus Has Fallen thing.
Yeah, so that's what we have so far. So we have 2 tuk-tuks, and you'll notice like each tribe has kind of like the description. The tuk-tuks have slightly larger noses than the other goblins, but that's because each tribe also has a special feature, and so the tuk-tuk's special feature is called tuk-tuk senses. So they can pinpoint by scent the location of precious materials and magical items within 120 feet.
Cool.
At the GM's discretion,
cool
like
goblin.
if they're, yeah.
I do it. Oh. I'm
So
always
yeah, so that's what they yeah, and I don't know which they also. I think I gave each tribe a bonus tool proficiency. And you'll notice that each tribe has ability modifiers where they get a +2 to something, but then they get a -1 to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's an
yeah,
important
so-
thing to follow.
pay attention to that, depending on which tribe you pick. And
Yeah, and unfortunately, you'll have to manually build the character in Roll20 because none of that homebrew stuff is accessible
Okay.
in the character mancer. So
sorry about that.
Awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
I can go next if you'd like.
Sure.
Got a little bit going on. I was originally thinking from the Mordenkai tribe. They might honestly change. They might match a little bit better. I will be playing Legs Plyheeb. And Legs here, he is a cleric of, and I used another homebrew subclass as well, found by our lovely GM. It's the cleric of the Eternal Pilgrim. Legs here doesn't pray to a god that he can name, but instead the hedrons that float along Zendikar. I don't know if they're everywhere in Zendikar or not, but I know that there's an area of floating, essentially just tower pieces, and that trap inside some great old god or beast. Legs doesn't know what's inside, but knows that the towers themselves are what he's praying to.
Yeah,
they-
actually, you can see. I'm trying to think. If I have a
I mean, the
picture of
towers
what
float, so obviously they must be awesome.
They're pretty awesome.
These things here. That is what they look like, and you'll find them. Some of them still floating
What?
in the sky.
What are you
And
What are
then
you
some
pointing
of
at when you
them
say these things here?
Can you
No.
ping them one more time?
Sorry,
Oh, something in the
it's
homebrew
in the
guide?
handout.
Oh.
In the homebrew or in the?
In the homebrew. You can't see what
Yeah,
I'm
for some
looking
reason
at?
I can't load it, but I can. I've got it up here on my screen at home.
So it's on on the page with the campaign premise. You'll see there's a photo on the left, and there's this sort of thing floating in the air.
Oh yeah.
that is what a hedron or a hedron looks like, and so you'll see them. Some of them are still floating up in the sky. Some of them have crashed, and they're like ruins on the ground as well. So they are scattered all over
Cool.
Zendikar. Yeah.
These
And you
things.
don't know why. You don't know who. You, as little goblins, don't know who built them, why they're there, what their purpose was, any of that.
But that is essentially all I have. I built up a character to be I'm going to play a tankier cleric. I have an 18 AC with a shield and a warhammer, and I'll be able to throw around 10 hit points. The main, I guess, vibe or bit of this subclass is I can take away health from one of us on our team and shoot a bunch of temp HP to somebody else, including myself. I'll probably drain myself.
Mhm.
And that is how the character will look, at least when it comes to combat. Other than that, I'm open to this whole session 0 thing.
So
Okay.
yeah, and so you
Cool.
still need to settle on a tribe. You're not sure if you want to stick with the Mordenkai's or.
Yeah, I was thinking the Mordenkai's because they're like from they live all near a shattered ruin, which I think is like a ruin full of like old history and stuff, which I think is interesting. And the area that they called it was the Sky Ruin, and I was just imagining one of those hedrons nearby, or what's keeping all the shattered pieces floating. But it might be more interesting to be somebody who's never actually been to one of these hedrons, instead of somebody who's from the
You just heard about them.
hedron city.
You heard about
Sounded
it.
really cool.
Yeah, I just heard voices one night.
Yeah, like you somehow naturally like tapped into.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, are you? I mean, you're a cleric, so you would be worshiping. There are deities that you could choose from.
Something that the little bit of Magic the Gathering lore I know is
Okay.
that inside of the hedrons, which spoiler alert for everybody here, they are like old ancient aliens called the Eldrazi, and they're like weird demigod. Booty out of here, kitty cat. They're like kind of like demigod aliens. So I was assuming that these guys can kind of give out some power, but that's before we're here today.
They can, yeah, and yeah. So yeah, spoiler alert. That class, right, is the various civilizations over the thousands and thousands of years have had various different deities. The spoiler alert is that all of those deities are actually just manifestations of these 3 Eldrazi titans. And the hedrons, as I understand it, they're not actually trapped inside the hedrons. Those hedrons were used to trap them. Well, maybe they are inside. I don't know. We'll find out together. But anyway,
It's canon now.
yeah.
GM
But,
says
yeah. The idea with that Eternal Pilgrim cleric is that you either don't know that your deity isn't real, or you somehow have figured out that your deity isn't what you thought it was, but you're still worshiping it anyway in some way, shape, or form. I would say is like a goblin. You probably more likely just don't know. Like you just think your deity is legit and don't realize what you're actually worshiping.
Hey, anybody who
where
can
your
give you
powers
magic
are actually
is
being
legit.
pulled from. Huh?
Anybody who can give you magic powers is legit.
Right? So yeah, so you could figure out. I think I did put for each of the tribes like the deities they would be most likely to worship, which we could dig into.
Looks like Sid and Junie are having technical difficulties.
Oh no.
What level are we starting at?
4.
4.
4.
You're starting at level 4, and one of my house rules is that you max your HP. Like I hate rolling for HP. I think it's stupid.
Are you taking? Do you take the average or do you max it?
No, I just give you the max.
Okay.
So,
Which means
Like-
probably all the monsters are going to be maxed too.
What do I just throw an extra monster in? It's fine. So yeah. And as Q as explained, like I'm open to custom backgrounds. Even open to like homebrew class. I'm trying to find it. I'll give it to you, Tom, the link to the person who developed these the classes that Q and Sid are using. It's the same
There
person.
they are.
Okay. All of your
Um,
screens went black, and we got like rainbow
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
We got a good
The
pose
same-
from you though. We had a mouth open pose. Yeah.
The same person created these three homebrewed classes specific to Zendikar. So Q's playing the sorcerer royal mage. Sid's playing the eternal pilgrim. There is a third one that this person developed. It's a fighter subclass called a Stoneforge mystic. So if somebody is interested in that, that is also. And I'll find the link to that person's site and give it to you, Tom, so you can give them full
Thank you.
credit for developing that, because I did not. I just found it. I didn't create it.
Awesome.
Cool.
So yeah.
Judy, you have a
Alright,
character,
well-
don't you?
Yeah, I have the bones of a character. I think I want to play a monk. I haven't decided what tribe. I need to go through and look at them all under a microscope. But I think I'm gonna play a monk who instead of like punching and kicking, I think I'm gonna like scratch and have like sharp nails, like, scratch people. And I was thinking about who I would be like going into the who what's it is that's what it is
The what's it?
the
Yeah.
whole what's
What's
it
it?
whole what's
The
it
whole what's it?
the whole what's it I was thinking the first thing that came to mind was maybe some kind of like scribe. There's a fancy word for it, but the people that like write down like a transcript of like what was said and what was discussed and that kind of thing.
Amanuensis.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, that
Write it down.
right. And so that was my first thought. I might kind of shift that. I was also thinking about being like the citizen of. It's,
Platour?
yes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Can you pronounce that for me one more time?
Platour, it's HLUTUR. Platour.
Okay. Flutor.
Hooter.
So I was thinking-
We're all going to work at Hooters.
There we go.
Hooters.
So I was thinking about being a citizen that was there already. But yeah, so that's kind of the very bare bones of what I was thinking. As far as personality, I was thinking about somebody who's quite like fiery, and like a little bit hot tempered. And that's kind of what I've got. I know it's not a ton.
Yeah, no. I'll throw this. I'll just pitch this as an idea. You can, if you like it, great. If not, we'll keep looking. But what you might want to consider is the Zelaxan. I'd know that that's probably not how you pronounce that name properly. But, the Zelaxan tribe. So they're funny. They are actually like these smaller like goblins with long prehensile tails.
Ooh.
They're descendants of goblin pirates who set
Yeah.
sail in search of a new homeland and then accidentally ended up like plane traveling and ending up in Zendikar by accident. And so they kind of landed, and then some of them like still kind of stuck to being seafaring and like
Mhm.
more piratey, and others like adapted to being on land and thriving in like the jungle areas. But and like in the jungles, they can like use their tails to like swing from trees. They're incorrigible pranksters.
That's perfect. I'm definitely gonna roll with that because I was gonna
Okay.
play like a hot-tempered, mischievous character. I like my proficiencies are like acrobatics, so like that's perfect.
I think it would work well with a monk because the modifier that they get a +2 to is strength,
Oh, perfect.
which is the
Yeah.
monk's main ability. And they also have their special feature is all around making bonus action like long and high jumps, which is also ought to probably
Oh.
synergize with monks really well with all their crazy jumping abilities. So
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
look at that
So
and think about
cool.
whether that sounds like fun to you or not.
Cool.
You know, your ancestors, one that I do know a little bit better is Ixalan's the Dinosaur Island Magic the Gathering set.
Oh.
So,
Huh.
So they traveled from that plane by accident, ended up in Zendikar, and then got stuck here. And then
That
they just
sucks.
Really funny. Oh, poor
Um,
people.
And it also makes sense that you maybe would all live in Hlatour already anyway, because they are actually, their tribe is based on Balagad, which is
Mhm.
actually the continent that Hlatour is the peninsula off of. So
Oh, perfect.
Ooh,
yeah,
oh, cool.
yeah. So
awesome.
yeah, it's a humid continent of like rainforests and jungles and
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, totally.
yeah. And there is like whether you could be like stationed at Hlatour as a part of one of the like the sort of soldier contingents, or you could actually because there is a dock to the city or to the settlement and to you know that, so you could just also work at on the docks, you know,
Mm-hmm.
getting supplies and stuff. So yeah, you can kind of think about what makes sense.
Cool.
And if you have any questions about Hlatour, I have it mapped out. I could show you in advance what the town looks like, if that's helpful.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Oh, cool. Okay.
Sick. Very sick.
Very cool. Okay, cool. That's some nice brain food to chew on.
She
Okay,
scrolled down a little bit, and I got this funny pop-up of the Mordecai tribe goblin. I really like how he looks, but it was just
Yeah.
his little eyeballs sitting over the taskbar.
Like he's peeking out at you.
Yeah.
they are very unique. They're like gray skinned, and they have like these big purple or blue eyes. They look different from
Mhm.
They're like
from
purple-eyed
the other-
burgers.
Cute.
Mhm.
They're very snob. I mean, they're not very, but they're a little bit snobby. They're very intellectual. They're very they kind of look down a little bit, I think, generally speaking. Again, your character could be different from that, but like as a tribe, they
Right.
yeah, they kind of like think that they're the best. They also are they're the other tribe that weren't originally from Zendikar.
They're from the Forgotten Realms, weren't they?
They're from the Forgotten Realms, yeah. And they accidentally also ended up in Zendikar and then kind of got stuck here and decided to stay.
Really
Um,
cool.
Yeah, so they're kind of power hungry. They're a bit haughty, yeah, as it says here. They're heavy on the magic using, but in whatever form. I mean, yeah, stat-wise, they make sense for a cleric. Well, no. Stat-wise,
Not
they make sense
necessarily.
for a paladin. For a cleric, maybe not so much. What's the cleric's main? Is it wisdom?
It's wisdom.
Spellcasting?
Yeah.
So the tribe that gets a plus to wisdom, if you're looking to like max that out, I don't care if you min max or you don't min max. I don't care. Like, you know, if you like to min max, I'm fine with that. Like I totally support optimizing your character mechanically. I also support, as Q has done in the past, building a cleric with no knowledge religion because it's funny. And you enjoy the story of it, so I'm fine either way.
That was
but,
the best
but this-
character ever.
That character was hilarious. But, yeah.
That
so,
campaign also had a ranger who couldn't ranger.
That's so good.
Really? Sounds like a
Couldn't
party.
track for shit.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
we were
played
in
the
that.
main fighter who had picked up some armor off of a guy they killed without ever asking any questions about said armor other than what the armor class was, and only to find, and then not understanding why people were reacting to me strangely, only to find out later that it actually had like this massive like demon face on it. And
Oh,
yeah, anyway,
that's so
It was
funny.
You were wearing a problematic shirt out to like
I was.
outside, yeah.
That's so
Anyway.
funny.
Anyway, so yeah, the tribe that gets the pluses to wisdom is the Dankwood tribe, which you can look at if you want.
Okay.
But
Cute.
yeah, there's others. Yeah, you take your pick.
Yeah.
Q picked one that I would not have guessed a sorcerer would have picked, but like
I did not pick the Mordecai, which is the charisma boost one, I think.
Yeah.
So I went
Yeah.
with the dex boost. That's how you get a higher AC if you're a
Yes.
sorcerer.
Yep.
Yeah. And it does make sense because as a sorcerer, like Marasa is very wild and very like there aren't any like major centers of learning or anything like that. So I think it makes sense for a sorcerer where your magic is very wild and you're really tapping into.
The Mordecai struck me more as the wizards, the Star Trek people with their post-scarcity magic society.
Yeah. So anyway, you can read through the various tribes, pick which one you like for whatever reason you want. I don't care.
Yeah, sounds good. Just to keep in mind before we move on to Casey, sorry to keep you waiting longer. How are we doing stats? Are we rolling for stats using a point buy or a standard array?
Point by.
Cool.
Point
Perfect.
by, level 4, max HP.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Just wanted to double check because I rolled first. I was like, oh, that's okay. I can use a minus to my wisdom because I rolled good. Nope. Noted.
All point by.
All right.
That's always when I roll best, is when I just assume we're rolling and then get a great array, and then it's like, no, you're doing point by.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but if anybody tells me to roll, I have all tens. I'm just playing average Joe.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably see a trend here, like from me as a DM, like I give with the max HP and the point by, like I like for all the characters to have a level starting point. Like I want you to all, like I don't want one character who ends up with really bad stats or really bad HP and then one who's got really great. I don't like that. Like I like everybody to kind of like have an even, like
totally
fair starting point. So that's
Okay.
Control. A different kitty.
A different kitty.
Now, once we start playing, I love it when the dice like make for interesting story and like you add that randomness. But like for the character building, I don't.
No, awesome. No, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Casey. So it sounds like we have a sorcerer, a cleric, a monk, and a rogue. What are you thinking about, Casey?
Thinking about a druid.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they use the green energy.
We're not, just so we know, like, Magic the Gathering, has, like, this whole, like, colored mana situation. If you want to tap into that for flavor in terms of, like, what your spells look like or whatever, feel free.
This is not a Magic the Gathering game, okay?
Yeah.
Have they published a lot of the Magic the Gathering settings in D&D books at this point? I know there's a few at least.
Yeah, there's a few of these. I don't know how many of them are actually like officially published though, or just they just get like the seal of approval.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. The Zendikar one is, and I just stumbled upon it and liked the description of like this sort of chaotic world that has a lot of ruins and is really heavily focused on like exploring and like diving into ruins and working for like expeditionary societies and all this sort of stuff. Like it just seemed like it had a lot of possibility for like just running like a hijinks campaign. I don't know.
No, this is so cool. I really like the whole like the natural phenomena, the royal, that sounds really cool.
Yeah. All right, Casey's thinking of a druid. Cool.
Yeah, what circle?
Maybe a stars druid.
Not really familiar with
stars
that
druid.
I don't know much about stars druid. Can somebody fill me in? Is that the one that's not focused on shape-shifting, or?
Yeah, so I think Moon Druid is the shape-shifting specialized one, and it used to be Land Druid was the spellcasting specialized one, and then they added a bunch more, but it seems like all the ones that they have been adding are also spellcasting focused, and that specifically the Moon Druid is like animal form combat focused.
Yeah, Moon's our animal guy.
So you're thinking Circle of Stars. Draws on the power of starlight.
Ooh.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. Because, yeah, I mean, like, I'm assuming Zendikar has, you know...
I was thinking like a nomadic navigator navigating by the stars.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Oh, you could be an Ixalan.
Could be an excellent. That sounds like a better way to pronounce that than the way that I did. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would say they're the tribe known for, you know, their navigational abilities, but I think that there are probably, you could make an argument for other tribes still needing to, like, have people who can navigate boats and just for the sake of trade, you know, or
Right.
that kind of thing. So
What's the
feel
scale
pigeonholed.
on that map? Those those are continents, not like just an archipelago of islands.
those are continent, yeah.
So like Belaget and Gul Draws would be like the size of Australia, or more like North America. Any idea?
That's a good question. I would say, yeah, because they don't really give me a scale. So I think it's whatever we want it to be, to a certain extent.
Like 50 feet.
And I would think, yeah, each of these continents is probably, yeah, I think like a Kuum, maybe like, yeah, the size of Australia, maybe, or
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't tell if like Murasa is like the far south or the equator.
Murasa is massive, right?
Yeah.
And it cuts off, so you don't really know how much further it goes.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the Saigiri. Yeah. Well, the northern bit looks like the way they've got it drawn. That looks like you know, the way we draw the Arctic Circle and the, you know.
And that is it is frozen up there, I believe.
Yeah. So that would tell me that like Murasa is closer to the equator rather than the South Pole, but it could really be massive and goes all the way down the South Pole. Yeah, so they're probably not like North America size. They're probably more like Australia, Tasmania. That's the very small. I meant Aotearoa. Those sort of things. Okay, that gives me a good sense of scale. So yeah, that means that there's going to be a lot of navies, no matter what tribe you're in.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think if there's a tribe that appeals to you, don't feel pigeonholed into playing a how did you pronounce it, Q? Zalaxan?
Ixalan?
Ixalan.
Don't feel earlier, so
just because they have that piratey background. So.
Are we using the 2024 rules?
14.
I think we're using 2014 because that's So when you use if you're in Roll20 and you're using the Character Mancer, you're using 2014.
We gotta move our characters over. We built ours in 24.
I think you can. I mean, like, I think, I don't know if you can maybe start them out as with the Character Mancer, and then you might just have to manually edit some stuff to get it to...
Well, I tried that when I was doing mine back when we were testing it. The problem was that you get up to the race, you choose Goblin, and it's got the wrong stats.
Oh.
So you can go back in and like modify that later and do the rest. I think that's what I ended up doing, was like just ignoring it and modifying it later. Or maybe I just said screw it and did it manually. I can't remember. This was a while back. I think I might have ended up just doing it manually, which isn't hard.
Yeah. All right. So cool. Anybody have questions for me that would help them flesh things out, or can I do to help you guys with your character development?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If anyone wants more information on the area that they're from, I can give you. I put some details in the homebrew guide for each tribe, but I could probably like maybe look up some more details if need be.
Yeah, and we could probably do that as well once we know where we're from.
Yeah.
Where's Legs going to be from?
Legs, what did you land on for? I think they were still thinking about what tribe they wanted to do. Did you land on a tribe, Legs?
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was leg. I think I might end up just doing the Mordenkainen tribe, but I'm gonna play a black sheep of theirs with a low intelligence character.
Okay.
One of the special ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other magically inclined tribe is the Grotag, so you can look at them if you want. But yeah. Well, there's 3 magically. The Dankwood are also magically inclined, but more of like a druid kind of a thing. But
yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Mordenkai.
cool.
Cool. All right. So
They're
then, where are they
nifty.
from?
They're from. So they live in Tazim. So
The
that is. I'll pick the
upper left.
map.
Ooh, what is Skyrock?
That is where they are. That's where they're based. So, Skyrock. Here, let me look at my notes. Zendikar.
Sounds like one of those floating things that you were talking about, Sid.
Right?
Yeah. I'd call that a rock in the sky.
And then there's what's that? Emmerich, the Sky Ruin. This sounds like a cool place.
Oh, Emmerich is no cool place. He's just scary thing.
So Tazim is described as being a perilous combination of the Oran Reef, which is a gigantic twisted forest. So that's over there on the left. You'll see that, the vast wood. And then you've got this deep sea that runs in between. And then you have Umara on the right, which is where, yeah, so let's see here. I would say, Sid, if you don't have, I don't know when you're building your character if you get an extra language, but if you don't get an extra language, give yourself an extra language. I would think you would know Merfolk if you're living in Tazim.
Cool. Yeah.
Because that is the predominant, other predominant civilization. And specifically if you're living in Skyrock, I think that's kind of like a shared, Merfolk and Mordenkai.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, here we are. I see now. Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I think Skyrock was... what do I know about Skyrock here? So, oh yeah, so Skyrock is a huge hedron floating in the air near Seagate. Well, so it's supposed to be...
A little south, a little more south.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Like I said, there's no official map, but, huge hedron floating in the air near Seagate has become a safe haven for refugees from the Eldrazi. Yeah, so I will gonna just copy and paste this information about Tazim for you, Sid, that you would kind of know just because you're from that area.
Awesome.
Drop
Cool.
it in
Thank you.
Discord for you. Yeah. Your message is too long.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll upload it as a text file. There you go.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So there. So that's some notes on Tazim. All right. Anyone else want to know more about where they're from or?
Not really. We're going to end up in Cluter anyway. Cluter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd rather find out more about that when we get there.
Yeah. About the same.
That's the
Okay,
interesting
yeah.
one.
And I talked to you guys already about Marasa,
Yeah.
so you kind of have an idea of. I can give you. Let me just grab I'll give you guys some details on that. That you would know from living there, though. Drop them in your private chats in Discord. Cute. Alright. And then the excellence. So bad. So that's gonna be Juno's place.
Junie Baboony.
it's me.
So she would have been born in Balaged. So I'll give her the details on that area. Oh, she's not in. Juno, are we not friends in Discord? You not?
What?
What?
Juno.
I must fix this.
Yeah, I don't think I'm friends with you either.
Oh my
Judy.
goodness. I'm a loner.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, wait. I'm
That-
gonna add you guys.
Oh, what's our movement speed? I know that the goblins it jumped up to 30 feet eventually, but we're using 25 movement speed.
Oh, hang on a second.
That what I was going with was the standard 25. Yeah. But that's a good
No,
question.
hang on. That's in the Let me look it up in the.
I just did that out of habit.
Wonderful.
It's listed on page Common Zendikar Goblin Traits. Page 2.
Yeah. So
25.
there
Oh,
are
okay.
some traits that are common to all of you, regardless of what tribe you're in.
Oh, cool. I see.
Yeah. So you all get dark vision, and you all have grit. And yeah, your base walking speed is 25 feet. And you can all speak, read, and write Goblin and Common, unless you don't want to, in which case you can be like, I'm illiterate, whatever, I don't care. But if you want, you all speak, read, and write Goblin and Common. And then, yeah, if there's a case for, depending on where you live, there might be a case for you knowing another language, like in Sid's character.
I speak with the mermaids.
I would say Tom and Q, your characters probably speak Ogre.
Yeah, I think I have that already. I might.
If
but
you
I'll-
don't already have it, give it to yourself.
I shall.
All right, I will add Ogre. I just have Common and Goblin.
Yeah. Because yeah, you would be having to wheel and deal with the ogres that kind of have a stranglehold on Marasa. Juno. Oh yeah, Juno's working on friending me on
I just sent you one.
ending.
Yeah, ogres speak giant,
Yo.
so just go with giant.
I'm like, I don't know what ogres speak ogre, right? I don't know.
They speak in onion.
All right, so there you go,
Letters.
Juno. We're friends now, and I dropped the details on Balaged, which is the continent that you were born on.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
And if you want, I can even bring up the map for Flatour, I think. How do I get to my maps? There they are. The tour. You guys can get a preview of this Latour.
A preve.
I drew this one, so it you can see. Can you guys all see that?
I'm still on the original map.
Oh, how do I?
You'll have to open the Maps tab at the top and then drag the ribbon over to the new map.
It's showing on my screen. How do I make you see it? There like a page setting that I have to?
Are you? Is this a different map in Roll20, or is it?
Yeah. Do I have to place the party there for you to see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're on the other map.
Hey! You're supposed to be friendly. I don't know how to use Roll20 as a DM
No,
very well.
sorry.
I'm
Wasn't
learning.
trying to be snarky. Just pointing out that if you don't put it
I'm
there, we're not
learning.
going to be there.
Okay, so now can you see it?
I guess we're in Looter.
We see
Yeah.
Hooter.
Yay! Okay, so Bells, if you choose to, this is what the town. I'll give you a preview of what Looter looks like. It
I
is.
see.
It has a massive boulder in the center of it, which is sort of sunken into the earth, and then they have dug out into the earth, kind of like ledges, which basically form like seating, like around the gathering boulder.
Oh.
And then the settlement itself has six-sided, and there is a tower for each tribe, basically.
Oh.
And
Okay.
you'll see there are barracks for the soldiers that are stationed there. Laundry, armory, smithy. This is where the apothecary is. I just put med because I couldn't fit apothecary. There's a rookery. Oh, so that's an interesting thing. One of the ways that the tribes keep in touch with each other across all these vast distances is they actually use a small breed of griffin, I believe it is,
Whoa.
to send each other messages. And so this is
Oh.
there's an old lady that runs the rookery that
Oh.
sends out the little
Cute.
to share messages. So you've got like an area for just growing some crops and stable animals. These sort of little areas that are like that don't have names. Those are just like houses. They're kind of just around.
Okay. Would that be like one of the places that Junie's character might live, or would that be outside of the walls?
So it depends. Yeah, she might live in town. If she's if she's stationed there as like one of the Ixalan's like soldier contingent, she'd be in the barracks. If she's living in the town serving in some other capacity, she might be living in one of those houses. There's also this up at the northwest exit of the town. That trail that leads down to the docks. But generally, I don't think you would live down there because it would really be particularly safe. You could though. Yeah. So, and then the tents that are circling around the boulder are not normally there. They're just put up for the whole what's it. So you'll see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 larger tents, which are the Gobies tents, and then everybody else is shoved into, So that's basically how they deal with whole what's it, with the influx of people coming into the settlement once a year.
Okay.
They just set up
shove
tents
us over
all
by
around.
the big rock.
Yeah. Go sleep by the rock.
And then you'll see the Stonemasons Guild is down in the southern part. Inloss's Manor is right next to that. Inloss is the head of the Stonemasons
Cool. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If I did live in the village, how would that tie into, I know like what we're doing is like we're all supposed to be accompanying the Gobi. Would I like do that, or is it more about just like the location of being in Pluto?
It'd be a little bit trickier. So I'll tell you ahead in advance. So, like my plan was, so you're all accompanying your various Gobis to the town to get them there. Once you're there, you're all just gonna get assigned to tents and so you're all just gonna get assigned to the same tent, and that's how you're gonna kind of get lumped in together. Was my plan, unless people have a better.
So even though we're different tribes, the tribes share tents as a camaraderie thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
no, I'm perfectly fine with being an accompaniment person. I just wanted to know.
Yeah. Now you're gonna have the easiest. You'll be able to just walk.
Yeah.
Walk to work. Yeah.
Walk to work. But you could even like I think it's fine for us to say like even that if you do normally live in Hotor or work in Hotor, that you could have volunteered to because of the unique thing that you were talking about, you wanted to be your specialty. You could still, I think, be a part of that your tribe's Gobi's contingent. Yeah, because your tribe's not really gonna have to travel far, and so you could be serving your Gobi in that capacity as like the scribe. So yeah, it's
cool.
yeah, I think it'll be fine, and then you might just get tossed into the tent with everybody else, even if you do have
a residency.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, I'll think about that.
Yeah. And I might still stick with the Balaged.
Yeah. So that's a preview of what where you're gonna be.
Yeah.
And I forgot. I wrote it down. It's not on the map, but I do have a note about which tower belongs to which tribe. But
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You had
question.
some like table rules you wanted to go over?
Yeah. If people, do we have any other questions for character stuff? Casey, do you need? Been really quiet.
I think I can work with what's been said already.
Did you find a tribe you liked?
Yeah, if I'm gonna go with Druid, I'll probably go with the Dankwood tribe. I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah. You get some nice get a special feature that lets you have little animal friends. So.
I have one more question before we move on. I haven't totally settled on if like the scribe is kind of like I haven't totally settled on my reason for accompanying. This might be very silly and it might not tell me if it doesn't make sense. But would it be like normal or like super weird if like, because I was planning to play a very mischievous character, if it was like a punishment of like, okay, you're gonna go accompany this guy and kind of like grow up and like mature through this like journey of like seeing all of these people come together from all these different tribes and like communicate. Do you think that would be 100%. Like normal? Would that be cool?
Totally fine, because that was one of the big questions for your character is really like, are you willingly volunteering for this, or have you been voluntold that you're going to do this for whatever reason? Could be as a punishment, could be as
Awesome. I think that's what I'll go with then.
Right. Yeah. Maybe the Gobi is your mom or your aunt or something like that, and it's like you're gonna come with me and you're gonna behave.
Yeah.
And you're gonna learn what it's like.
Like a boarding school type.
Yeah. I mean, it's the perfect tribe for that because they're just like they're total pranksters and they govern themselves totally like with the whole pirate utopia idea of like you know very anarchist, but like they have a code that they kind of stick by. But yeah, very, very prone to pranks and shenanigans. Yeah, totally could be a punishment. You can
Gotcha. So there's like only like 2 people in the entire tribe that are mature enough to lead.
Hey, there's lots of pirates that are mature enough to lead. You need to go watch Black Sails.
I do. I've heard a lot of good things about that one.
It's really good. Anyway, and full credit to Tim. I was like, I don't want to watch this stupid. Looks like it's just pirates and whatever. I thought it was gonna be dumb, and then he's like, you really need to watch. You really want. And I finally caved, and I was like, oh damn. So yeah. Anyway, ended up.
That's funny.
Anyway. So okay, so we have a Mordecai. We got I'm gonna have to like just go say this like a million times before. Ixalan, Dankwood, and then 2 tuk-tuks. Cool. No lava steps. Those are like the barbarian fightery types. And no grow tags. So they're the other kind of magic. They tend to be like, they make good artificers and
We don't talk about those nerds.
Yeah.
We're the cool guys.
They're not even in the core player's handbook.
right. So yeah. Okay, cool. Everybody knows where they're from. No, Casey doesn't. Dankwood. I gotta send Casey the details on Dankwood. They're from where did I put you guys? The
Where do
region
you
of
find these
Andu
gifts, Tom?
turns into a very vast temperate forest with enormous trees. Yeah. So that is. Here, let me go back to the other. I'll go back to the other map here so you can see. It's already here. We'll go back to the other map. So you're from KC. This massive forest down here called Turn Timber area.
Did you ping it?
Down on Ondu.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Over here.
How long of a journey would it be from there to the peninsula?
Excellent question. I will have to research that and give you an answer.
Next time
I'll need to. Yeah, I'll make sure I figure out kind of a scale and on that.
Yeah.
For
I think we settled on a couple months for Tom and I getting up from Marasa.
Yeah.
But that was based on a circuitous route that we were farting around with.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, if those things are the size of Australia, yeah. I mean, you could easily have a month to cross from the forest over to the coast and then another month to sail.
So you could be spending like a third of the year every year traveling to and from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that to be the case, so I might have to bring that scale.
Shrink it down.
I'd love that.
That seems a little excessive.
Maybe we have magic boats that they go.
We all get on.
How long does it take to sail from New Zealand to Japan?
Alexa, how long does it take to sail from New Zealand to Japan?
Sailing from New Zealand to Japan typically takes about 16 to 28 days, depending on the specific route and vessel type.
Could you hear that?
Yeah, so I think, that sounds more reasonable than 3 months.
All right, a month instead of 2 months. That's
all right. I dropped the geography details about Ondu in your private chat, Casey. All right, so everybody has a tribe. Everybody knows where they're from. Everybody has the details on their continent. Let's talk about some stuff. So, everybody knows this is my first time DMing, so be kind. Me as a
we're gonna
DM,
haze you.
I was just trying to think, I'm really, For me, DMing, the way I look at it is it's like a service to my friends, just like cooking for my friends, like I've done for years. It's just like a different way of doing something nice for my friends. And I very much like want to just sort of have fun telling a story together.
Yeah.
I see it as like us doing it together, and I like kind of a blend of story with respect to mechanics, but like finding that balance between like, you know,
You're doing fine. Doing
Mhm.
good.
yeah. And then
That's a good way to think of it.
I,
no,
and
that's
in
so
terms
sweet.
of like, I don't really have a lot of rules. I have some basic etiquette rules that I would just ask, like, don't talk over people. Don't tell people how to play their character unless they ask for advice. Pay attention and be prepared for your turn. And don't be so inebriated that you can't play effectively. And
Aw.
those are my rules.
Damn. All right. I'm out.
Monday is my drinking night.
Monday's
Don't be
drinking night.
So inebriated. I've played with people who drank, like, they just
I
passed
know.
out in the middle of the game, and it was like,
What?
yeah. So that's all I'm asking. Those are my that's what I'm
All
asking
right.
for.
Pay attention. Stay sober. Try not to be rude. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can get 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and I think part of that too is like having been a female gamer for so many years. I feel like in my experience, I feel like we get talked over and told how to play our characters more. And it's very annoying, and so please don't do it to people.
Yeah, in my experience too. So
okay, so then I have a lot of then just sort of questions. Are there any topics or triggers that are off limits for people? Anything you want me to make sure we avoid?
I think so far, I mean, it sounds like it's kind of a PG-13 kind of setting. So
Yeah. I can't imagine anything will come up, but
yeah, I mean,
yeah, not a fan of sex scenes. Just kind of draw the curtain and go.
Yeah.
you don't like the 2-hour? No, I'm kidding. That's terrible. It's a terrible
2
thought.
hours of beauty, going at it. No, I don't think we need that.
Okay, good.
Not the
And
story.
your uncle, I don't think I can
Or-
handle it. Yeah.
Casey, you got anything?
No.
No? Okay. I will say, because Hugh, I know for you, in particular, that you already have purchased a Mastiff.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, in terms of, pet deaths, is that going to be a trigger for anybody, or,
Oh, he's not. He's storage.
Okay. I'm not
You got a mule?
promising. I'm not gonna try to kill your Mastiff.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
but if you roll a nat 1 on something, it might happen.
Yeah.
I just
Exactly.
want to make sure.
Yeah. No. I mean, I got a strength of 10, so I had to put my crap somewhere. So I bought a dog.
Bought a dog. Not a safety thing, but my character, I'm playing as a guy who uses he/him pronouns. I use they/them pronouns, so I guess let everybody know that. But
Okay.
no one's safety's at risk if you mess it up. Not the first few times.
Yeah, and
Right,
stick
yeah,
around
that's
after we quit streaming. We can show you how to change the you see how I've got character name and then a little thing underneath.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Try to do
optional if you have
Then
social
you can,
media you want.
For
Then you
sure.
can put in Sid, they, them,
Yeah,
but legs, he, him. Because we do have other players that same sort of thing where it's like trying to keep track of the character pronouns versus the player pronouns can be tricky. So they like to help us
Cool.
out.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, that's totally cool. Anybody have their own RPG pet peeves or things that they want?
I'd say just as the guy running the channel, if you're not speaking, probably put yourself on mute. Only because sometimes we get some background noise. But I mean, not a hard fast rule, but if it's one of those, you're going to have family in the other room cooking or something, I'd probably ask just put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. So,
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect.
Cool.
I don't really have any RPG foibles.
Yeah.
I was
Cool.
gonna say, I'm trying to think of
If you
anything.
think of any, just let me know.
Oh, you mouse were earlier talking about the encumbrance rules, whether we wanted to get into that or.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. It's on my list.
Gotcha.
Okay, party cohesion. Character party fit, like PvP that disrupts party cohesion, like that sort of topic. I don't know where people are at. I sort of already kind of said where I was at with that, but like, how do people feel about that?
I'm fine with them if that's where the story takes it, I suppose. But like, I can't imagine. I'd like to think that, especially for a one shot, we all have in mind an end goal of getting through or at least enjoying the story. So avoiding PvP, but it's like fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. PvP is okay as long as it's short and not disruptive.
Mm-hmm.
And by PvP, I mean like getting into a fake argument about what do we want to do. As long as everyone understands this is where we're going. Your characters can disagree about it.
Yeah.
Because the players are on board with where we're going.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's good.
All right. Next
Hopefully
question.
we won't actually have to roll dice against each other and try to poke each other in the eye.
Oh my goodness.
Next question. Meta knowledge. How much do y'all want to focus on how much do you want me to really try? Like, Sid already threw out spoilers, but like, how much do you want me to try to work to keep it so that you're only finding out what your character would know, or I don't know if you people have any thoughts or feelings about that.
I personally know nothing about Magic the Gathering, so you can't spoil anything for me.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the setting.
But like any spoilers or anything meta type stuff that comes out, I'm pretty good at separating my knowledge from my character's knowledge.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to have it, more on the surprise and find out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll slip up and get excited about things, but not Magic the Gathering more. I think we'll be okay. And the most I know is this is what this card does, which doesn't affect any of this. So we should be a no issue.
I was gonna say, yeah. I think the fun surprises and kind of twists and turns are really cool if they're a surprise, but no need to like stress too hard about focusing on that, because I can also, like you, I'm pretty good at keeping that separate from what like my character knows and what I know.
Okay, cool. All right. Q and Tom and I talked about this a little bit before everybody else jumped in, but like how long to stop and check a rule kind of situation. I think we were sort of all on the same page of like, if it takes a couple of minutes, we'll look it up, and if it starts to take longer than that, I'll just make a decision.
Cool.
And then we can look it up after the fact, and then we can decide how we want to do it going forward.
Cool.
Everybody's cool with that?
Yeah, I recommend. I played a lot of 5th edition. 5e Tools is a free online service that has a very just search a keyword sort of thing. It's pretty good for quick roll checks too. To help speed us along.
Good.
Okay. Rolls. I guess I would expect like I'll call for them. Otherwise, ask first. Like if you have like, hey, can I? But don't just like roll and be like, hey, I rolled this, and then is that okay?
Cool. Yeah,
That's-
totally.
That seems pretty standard. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that one. That's a pretty common thing people do though.
Yeah. I don't care if people are eating or drinking. I don't know if you care, Tom, from like a videoing kind of a thing.
Chips are one thing. If you've got like a full meal in front of you, I just prefer you to like be off
Turn your
camera.
camera off.
Just turn your camera off. That's all I ask, because it is distracting to people if you're sitting there like with a bowl of spaghetti or something.
I'm eating up tacos.
Yeah. So just if you're eating, just maybe turn your camera off until you finish. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And our sessions are only like 2 hours, so But if you do need a break, like that's fine. People can be like, we need to like take a midpoint break. Sometimes I have to get up and let my dogs out, or whatever. Like that's fine. Those are like my table etiquette stuff. House rules. Character level, we already talked about that. I already told you custom backgrounds are fine. HP max, we covered. Oh, just the giving aid or like the help action, I'll just let you know in advance that I'm cool with it, but you have to give me an explanation for how. Like, you can't just be like, I give the help action, and then like not explain how you're being helpful.
Cool.
So, because it's fun, and I want you to come up with a story for like, well, how are you being helpful?
No, totally. It's always more fun.
And then one big thing I wanted to cover with you guys is, and I am fine either way, this is really just about what's more fun for y'all, is do you want to get into the is it fun for you to get into the nitty gritty of like counting your ammo, keeping track of your encumbrance, like counting your rations, like counting spell components, like that kind of stuff where you actually have to keep track of that stuff? And because I can see it either way. I like, for some people, know it can be annoying, but then in other cases, I know it can actually be kind of interesting in terms of driving the story, where it's like you're out of arrows, so you need to improvise, or you know, you want to cast this spell and it needs this crazy thing, and so that sends you off to go find a diamond or whatever that, you know, like so I'm fine either way. I'm just whatever's fun for you guys.
I think only things with like a gold piece cost when it comes to components are important to track, and that's more just because it's a game balance thing. But otherwise, not really. I don't think it adds much to 5th edition. This is too much of a narrative game for it to feel right.
Unless it's really critical to the story.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Yeah. So we're not going to be like, if it's not on your sheet, you don't have it.
No. I don't think that's very important either. If you pull out your knife to cut a piece of rope, I feel like it's, especially for a one-shot.
In that case, yeah, like if it's something that, then for me, I think it just becomes a, like, is it reasonable to think that your character would have something like that, even if you didn't think to write it down? I'm fine with that. If it's totally unreasonable, I might be like, no. Totally. Or I might make you roll for it, to be like, roll a intelligence check or something, to be like, were you smart enough to pack this? Is that cool?
There you go.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So in general, we'll just say no tedious counting. Unless it's critical to the story. I will say from an individual level though, like if you enjoy that and it's fun for you, you want to say, hey, I kept track of my arrows and I'm out, I'm fine with that, and we'll roll with it. But,
cool. All right. Yeah, that could be
Casey?
interesting.
Any thoughts? You're quiet. You're so quiet.
Sorry.
Focused. Look at that. Look at his eyes. You can tell he's working there.
I'm not even looking at the video. I'm just looking at the map. I know I should be.
I know. I've been struggling to like switch back and forth between the video and the map. I don't know which one I'm supposed to look at.
I usually
You've only got the one screen,
Yeah, this is just me. I usually just look at the map and try to not even think about the fact that I'm on video, because it weirds me out. I'm too self-conscious. You do whatever makes you comfortable. But I can't see that you're staring focused at me, so I just want to make sure you're included.
For last encumbrance roll thing, am I good to wear? Oh, two things. One, am I good to wear heavy armor as a little gobbly? Or we like, there aren't any roll restrictions on it in 5th edition, but
just can you afford it?
Yeah, and then second,
I think it's,
how much do we start with? We are like level 4 adventurers versus
600 gold pieces to spend.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm getting nice armor.
You can't get like plate, but
I'm gonna get some trim on my chainmail.
Yeah, as long as you have the class proficiency for it, that's fine.
Great,
It doesn't matter to me that you're a goblin. I will note, I think though for Juno, I think that your tribe's special ability, look at the details on that, because I do think that it is, you need to not be wearing armor
Oh
But
yeah,
you're a
I remember.
monk.
I'm a
You're
monk,
totally
so
Yeah, so it
honestly-
should be fine for a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, just look at that. That's the only case where I think that matters.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I think light armor is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
But that just makes sense, right? Like you're not going to be swinging through the trees, with heavy.
Totally. Yeah.
Half plate.
It'd be funny, but yeah, if you landed on somebody and killed them just because you were. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
It's kind of awesome.
Okay, so that's that bit. Alignment. We talked about that kind of already. Like that kind of ties into party cohesion. But I'm also not a stickler for like tracking your alignment and being like questioning whether what you choose to do fits or doesn't fit with your alignment. Is that everybody fine with that?
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
5th edition doesn't seem to care much about alignment.
That whole section of the character sheet. I don't even know. I don't even know the last time I've written in like a flaw
Exactly.
on my character sheet. That's just in the character, like how I play at this point.
Yeah, well, that's just there for you to make notes for your own guidance, right?
Yeah, no, it's super helpful. It used to
I mean,
be
if
like
you're-
roles.
Yeah.
If you're playing lawful good and then you just like I don't know murdered somebody, like I might be like
Yeah.
but
You might
kinda
look at it funny, but yeah, I didn't even fill in alignment in my
it would have to be pretty egregious.
alignment is
Um,
goblin.
Do you guys want to do inspiration? Do you like that mechanic?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, I do like inspiration. I never remember to give it out or use it really, but it is handy to have.
Yeah.
All right. I will try to remember to give it out. I don't know. I won't necessarily give it. Like I think the way it's written in the rules, you're supposed to specifically give it out like when you do stuff that aligns with your flaws and ideals and stuff. Is that right?
That's one way, yeah. And then
Yeah,
just
but
you make everybody laugh, and the GM
That's-
gives you
yeah.
inspiration, or
That's
you bring
Crash
pizza
Control. We
and
make him laugh.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah,
inspiration. So-
you do something really clever. Like I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
little bit looser with like how I award
Try
it.
to do that.
Like,
Because I always forget as a GM, I like to just start everybody at the beginning of the session with inspiration. So that's the way to do it.
we all say something funny.
Everybody have an inspiration, and then hopefully we'll remember.
you're all inspired because you made it to the Hula Tour without dying.
Yeah.
So you'll all start out with one inspiration.
Do a
Yeah.
lot of goblins die traveling here?
Oh for sure, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
I think that's why they sent Leg. I think they were hoping.
We apparently had to sneak past some trolls or ogres, or what was it?
Yeah.
Ogres.
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 Okay, this question's mainly for you, Q, which is so we can talk about this separately. Is if you want me, I'm happy to like tweak a wild magic table for you. If you have a specific wild magic table you particularly like, or
It's in the. It's in
I
the.
don't like the one in the book that only has 50 options.
No.
Okay.
You don't use the wild magic table. The rules are in the homebrew thing.
Oh, okay. No, for wait, who picked the? It's gonna be for legs.
Oh, it's the
Your
On the
special
cantrip.
ability. Would you like a special, like a custom Zendikar flavored wild
no,
magic chart?
no, don't worry about it. I'll throw in a few of these cantrips that I don't know, just because like fun and let's see what happens. But I'm probably not going to lean on it super duper hard.
Okay. Cool. We can talk about that later. That's not relevant to one shot. Yeah, that isn't either. Okay, so those were all of my things. Did I? My last thing is rules I have not thought of. We discuss and agree on as a group as we run into them. Anything I didn't think of that you guys want to talk about in session 0?
How tactical are we going to be worrying about? So, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is there are several optional rules in the DMG that aren't in the main thing, like flanking and facing, and lots of different things like that. Are you using any of those optional rules, or are we staying straight from the
I like flanking.
PHB?
Flanking, right? That's just where, like, if you're flanking, you get advantage on your rolls. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
That's the basic.
I like flanking. I don't know what facing is. So let's.
I may have made that up, but facing was a thing back in 3rd edition.
It's in GURPS.
You made your character facing. But there are other optional rules like that. So flanking would be cool. Are we using the battle map, or are we doing Theater of the Mind?
It will be a combination of both.
Okay, great.
So yeah, then having a flanking rule is, personally, I find advantage a bit too strong for flanking. I like to just go with a +2, but it's easier if we just do flanking. If we just do advantage, it's easier to remember.
Yeah, there are a couple places where I think you're most likely to go, and maybe like I have battle maps for, but then in some cases it just doesn't make sense to try to make a battle map, and we'll be doing Theater of the Mind. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so set pieces, battle maps. Otherwise, we keep it loosey. I like that.
Cool.
Um,
Loosey goosey.
what else? Any other optional rules you guys want to cover, or?
Oh, I have one that I think we should add, but we don't have to. In the 2024 update, they updated healing spells to be an extra die of healing. So Cure Wounds is 2d8, not 1. Healing Word is 2d4. I think we should add that because it makes healing viable. That's good.
Especially if everyone has max HP.
Yeah, especially with the max HP. Everybody's a little bit thicker skinned anyways.
Yeah, if we have potions,
That does balance it out pretty
you
well,
don't,
too.
you don't need the extra healing. So I actually spent money on a potion. So which begs the question: potions action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we want to get into trying to blend 2024 and 2014 rules, like picking and choosing.
Yeah, we could stick to just 14. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that can be dangerous.
Yeah. I mean.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the WotC guys warn you not to try to do that. They're like, pick a lane. But the potions as a bonus rule, that's been a house rule since 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, potions are bonus action.
The moment realized people learn that it's lame to spend your whole turn.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that realistic in terms of trying to actually drink a potion, but who wants to get realism in D&D?
No, this is my fantasy game.
I can't think of any other. I don't know. I've been playing 5th edition for like 8 years now, so some of the things that I'm that I'm like, oh, that's a rule. It's probably some house rule that we've been using. So,
Oh yeah.
I do something weird, and you're like, "What are you doing?" Then that's why.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. So again, this is a one shot, so like I'm not necessarily expecting people to go deep on backstories or anything. Unless you're thinking you're gonna want to hang around for a campaign, and then in that case, maybe give some more thought to your backstory. And I think it makes sense. The only two characters that make sense to know each other in advance, I think, are Tom and Q. The others, I don't think.
Yeah. Tom, did you decide what Agba's reason for being in the party is?
I think she was offered something, sort of like loss prevention. Basically, since there's a lot of people at this thing, there's lots of thieves. So you want to hire a thief to look for thieves.
Nice.
So
I like it.
yeah. So
Love that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then we totally would have spoken professionally at
Yeah.
some point, about.
Yeah. So she's kind of working the crowd, and So
Working.
Nice.
That's what makes sense.
You
that
guard
you
the
guys
stuff,
might,
I'll guard the people.
yeah.
yeah, work and yeah, like Ogba would be a good source of information for
And
Nubbin.
she's probably a lot scarier looking than a lot of the other.
Yeah.
She has these like blood red dreads and is, just like fierce face and these yellow eyes and all that.
Oh,
So yeah,
cool.
so she's more of a WoW goblin, honestly. But so
Awesome.
Quite
yeah.
Right.
Cute.
No, so whatever I could make on Hero Forge Goblin.
Oh yeah.
My last question, I guess, is just what do you guys like in terms of balance, in terms of combat versus role play versus puzzles? For like, what do you enjoy whenever you're as a player? I just want to make sure I give everybody at least a little bit of what they like.
Mm-hmm.
I like an even mix.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I was just gonna say that.
Even makes it good.
Especially
I,
for one shot.
yeah, especially front shot. I like combat. I like to feel the power. It's a power fantasy
cool.
game. I like the moments of feeling cool. I think those are kind of needed. So if we can have a little sprinkle of cool moments between us all, then I'm kind of cool with a balanced game.
I don't know if I'm good at determining what's cool. I'm old, but yeah, I'll do my
I
best.
don't know,
Librarians
suck.
are cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is. We don't have a ton of time, so gotta try
Right. But it's good
to
to
cram a
know.
lot into just to, like a 2-hour thing. But I'll do my best. Yeah, and then I think just be forgiving, I guess, because I've never designed an encounter before, so this is gonna be fun.
You got more experience than anyone else who starts.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're already there.
Yeah.
I've never played one before.
Hopefully, I get the number of monsters correct or whatever. I don't want to kill anyone. But...
I'm sure.
It's always fun when you throw in too many and the players suddenly realize they're about to die.
Oh, cut the stream. Cameras off.
Yep.
I've got some NPCs in the background ready to help you out if I need to throw them in
Okay.
there.
Well,
I'm trying to
and
set
that's always
myself
fair.
up for that. Like,
It'll be great.
You can
so.
all kinds of Deus Ex Machina you can do. You got NPCs can come in, the monsters can just give up and run away. I mean, because you don't have to necessarily kill them, right? They don't have to fight to the death. You can make them
I mean, who
intelligent.
said? I didn't say they were going to be monsters.
Yeah. Well, the foes. Monsters
You
is
don't know.
generic.
The
term for
antagonists.
whatever
You
you are.
don't know. You don't know what's going to happen.
No antagonist in this game.
Well, if there's combat, there's monsters.
And I'm just messing with you. Yeah, there will be some combat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's it's one of the easiest things to do for a one shot, right? I mean, you can't really. So.
It isn't really a one shot without at least one piece of combat.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, then, I think that's the wrap for tonight. Unless anybody has other questions or anything else they want to add.
I have one question. It's actually not related to the campaign. I wanted to ask Tom. Obviously, my cats like coming in the camera, but I don't want to be distracting or like. I want to like. So I wanted to ask, do you want me to turn off my camera if they like poke their heads in?
It's fine.
Or,
It's
okay, cool.
Cats are cute and people like cats and watch. And yeah, we have dogs. Yeah. Don't worry about that.
It wouldn't be a Restless Barbarian stream if somebody's cat didn't come in and be like,
Oh yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine.
And if I'm playing, then Rio or Ivy make an appearance at least once. Yeah.
Oh,
And my dogs bark in the background, so it's
Okay,
it's
cool.
fine.
Cool.
Okay, great. Well,
I guess
awesome. Thanks for
probably-
having us.
yeah. I was gonna say, I guess if we specified no nudity, we should probably try to keep the cat buttholes.
Yeah, I had my hand in front of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did notice that. Thank you for doing that.
That's so funny.
I've been on a stream or two. I was like, oh wait.
Some people get a little squigged out by that. I don't get it.
Well, thanks everybody. I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm glad
this
that the
is gonna
group
be so cool. I'm
get
so
together.
excited.
I'm so excited. This is gonna be great.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Yeah, this is a cool world. I'm very excited about it.
Alrighty. Yeah, if you guys have any trouble getting your characters built in Roll20, let us know. We can get on outside of game and help out.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
It might end up happening.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make mine on paper first, and then try to just manually input it.
That's what I
'Cause
did.
I like to
Yeah.
play paper anyway. That's better for my brain. I'll probably do that tomorrow. So if I have any questions, I'll reach out then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can always just also send me like a scan of it or paper
Oh,
or
cool.
PDF or whatever, and then I can get it into Roll20 for you or whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
like
cool.
if you need
Okay.
to. So no problem.
I'll try to play around with it. If I can't figure it out, I might send it to you.
Well,
Yeah, and
great.
I think I shared in Roll20, like I shared when we set it up, Q, right? I set it up to share like the books that I have bought in Roll20.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
So
I think you guys would have access to that.
yeah, you should be able to drag and drop from the standard 2014 compendium as well as any of the free stuff that. So if
Oh,
you just
cool.
go to the compendium tab, which is the one that looks like 3 books kind of on a bookshelf,
Yeah.
you can search for various things and just drag them on. It's easiest with items. Can be a little bit harder with like class abilities. You have to get a little clever with how you search to be able to drag it on. But
And it's really handy for items and like spells too.
Yeah. I've never used Roll20 as like a character. I'm actually really excited to see this because Roll20, that's so funny. Holds a bunch of you can use character sheets for a bunch of other systems too, right? Do you guys build most of your games in Roll20?
Yeah.
I do, yeah. We also use Foundry a lot.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Nice. All right.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye,
hang on
everybody.
After the credits roll, and we can commit.
Okay.
Wait, we can't. Oh.